What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the fifth episode of the podcast with me, myself, and I, and our good friend Astro. How are we doing, Astro?
We're doing good. We're back again, and we're ready to discuss some controversial topics again. No.
I don't know if today is gonna be as controversial as it's been a few times. But for you guys that don't want to wait, we will be discussing 4 different topics today. The first one is gonna be the new game changes with Relics from now 4-star instead of 7s. We'll talk a little bit about the Lightspeed Tokens. We'll talk about Maz Kanata and how she will fit into the meta, and we'll talk a little bit about some other quality of life stuff that has happened. So I'll be leaving timestamps in the video, so you guys can just go and check them out if you don't want to stick around waiting for the whole video. So with that said, let's just go on straight into the first topic of the day and talk about how we feel about having relics from 4 stars. So Astro, your initial thoughts on this?
I love this. I love this so much because now I don't have to wait for some character to get to 7 stars, especially if it's like a new character. It's not double double shards, so it makes life so much easier. Like I can already put Datacrons on my Lord Vader clones team, and I did not wail on the clones, and my Scorch is still 6 stars. I'm so happy about that. I think this is the best change CG has done in a long time. I think this is a very good thing. And I think you might agree with this.
I have to agree with you. It's amazing for everyone, literally, for endgame players, for new players, for mid-game players. Being able, for example, to take, I don't know, now I literally have almost every single character in the game. But let's well, yeah. Well, let's for example say now I can take my Death Trooper Predia and my Enoch to Relics without even having to have them at 7 stars, and this will literally allow me to create an even better Night Sister team. So because if I can throw in Death Trooper Predia, for example, with Night Trooper, I think it's called, with my Great Mother's team, that will literally be so much better rather than just have, for example, me throwing a Night Sister Zombie in there. So I think this is a huge update for any kind of player or whatever you are in the game. For example, you might be someone that really enjoys, for example, I don't know, which character should I take?
Inquisitors.
Inquisitors. I don't know, maybe for example, maybe some of you guys really love the Inquisitors, but you can't really do too much with them at 4 stars, being gated by Gear 11, but now you can take them to at least, I think it's Relic 1, if I'm not mistaken. So I have to say that this update with having Relics at 4 stars instead of 7 is huge, it's amazing, and it's probably one of the best things CG has ever done. And trust me, CG has done a lot of questionable things, but this thing right here is really damn good. But that also moves on to a different question that I have. For example, I have my Captain Ithano here at 6 stars. So if we move on over to the post here real quick that CG posted out, and we can see right here that for example 6 stars will be able to take our characters to Relic 4, which is fantastic, by the way, as we've already mentioned. And then if we jump straight into the game, we can see we have Ithano here at 6 stars, so I'm gonna be able to take him to Relic 4. The question I have is this gonna count, for example, for my Hondo Unaka, because I'm gonna be able to upgrade him to Relic 3, although we know that some things are gated to 7 stars in some events. So I don't know, Astro, what do you think? Do you think this is gonna work, or do you think it's not gonna work?
I mean, it should work, huh? It should work in theory with the way the requirements are worded. But maybe because it's legendary, GL, blah blah, CG will say, nah, you need it at 4 stars. But what's the point of implementing this change if it doesn't help you a little bit to get more access to these legendary characters? Like for a lot of GLs, like Relic 3 requirements are a thing. So if I can skip getting 7 stars for those characters, and usually those characters are trash, huh? I'm not saying Ithano is going to be trash, but like what is it, the old Qui-Gon,
Yes.
You don't need it at okay, 6 stars. Relic 3 for JMK is fine. You
Yeah.
know, so I think it should work, and I think that's a very CG should make that happen if it doesn't automatically, because they're not going to lose anything. Like, it's 1 star difference.
Exactly. I mean, we all know getting it to 7 stars is going to be making the team a little bit better, and also, of course, the individual performance of the character is going to become better at higher stars. But I feel like if I can keep Ithano at 6 stars and take the Relic 3, that's a huge win for me, because I do not need to wail on Ithano. Of course, now we can see QOL and Kix, they're both at Relic 5 and 6, which literally means, yeah, we have to take them to 7 stars to get to that Relic point. But for example, having Ithano here at Relic 3, I really do hope that we're going to be able to still have him required without even having to take him to 7 stars. But I guess we'll have to wait and see once I'm able to get him to Relic 3, that is, because at the moment he's not a priority for me. As I said, I'm literally just so happy I can take both my Enoch and Death Trooper Purida to Relics. It's gonna be so much fun using them together with my, what's it called, Dark Trooper Moff Gideon inside the Grand Guild Arena. Maybe Territory Wars. I might actually throw on a Territory War Omicron on Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. Just because I like that team so much.
Okay, if you want to take that team into TW, you don't need the other Death Trooper. You just need Captain Enoch. He gives like 350% crit avoidance or something. That's enough. You cannot kill Moff Gideon if you do that. It's not even an Omicron. It's like his regular.
I just wanted to see if I missed something, you know. But now, overall, I think this change, as we've already said, is amazing. This also brings us to the second thing that we're going to talk, and it's going to be about the Lightspeed tokens that we have here in game now. Just a quick show here. We have the Lightspeed tokens right here. We have 5 different tiers. We have Carbonite, Bronzium, Chromium, Aurodium, and Kyber. In my opinion, everything except for Chromium is probably going to be useless in my opinion, because yeah, 4 stars gear. Okay, it's gear 12 still. I thought it was like gear 11 or something. So yeah, maybe Bronzium is decent as well. But everything above Chromium, I think is going to be amazing. All of this is probably going to be fantastic for you guys that are free to play and new to the game and all of that. But yeah, I have some small issues right now with the Lightspeed tokens, and it's that they are not showing up as they should, I think, in game, because the only Lightspeed tokens we can find right now is at the end of the episode pass, which literally takes almost 20 days, 2-3 weeks to complete, and it's only the Bronzium Lightspeed token and the Chromium Lightspeed token. So currently in game we do not have any Aurodium or Kyber Lightspeed tokens. So I don't know, Astro, what do you think? Are they gonna add it in some place, or is this how it's gonna be?
I think getting to level 50 of an episode pass is way too much. Asking for way too much for so little, because the Bronzium one only gets you to gear 12. Yeah. Yes, you kind of bypass a lot of the Chirotech farm, because a lot of the Chirotech is gear 10, gear 11. But really, for people who are getting to the end of the episode pass, they don't really need something to only get to gear 12. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
It just doesn't make any sense, like the level of effort you have to put in for the reward. I think they really need to find a different place to award these. Like, okay, I will say this, I'm a TW fan, put these things in TW. I guarantee more people will start taking it seriously.
You you literally said exactly what I was thinking. So the rewards for TW hasn't been changed in like forever. So bringing these Lightspeed tokens into the Territory Wars rewards would make it so much better. I think they also mentioned that in the post somewhere that they're gonna try and implement it in a few different places here and there, and rewards and stuff. We'll see what exactly they're gonna do. However, I wasn't expecting it to pop up here in the episode shipment. However, I don't know if it's gonna change now after this week. So it's literally like 6 days left of this episode shipment that we have right here. So they might actually come in straight after this refreshes and yeah, literally with the new era and stuff. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. But right now, I feel like only having 2 Lightspeed tokens in the game being gated at the end of the episode pass, and it's only the Bronzium and Chromium is a little bit harsh, I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping, you know, at least maybe, for example, have Bronzium and Chromium at maximum level 20, you know, and then you could have probably Kyber, you know, at the end, because it's gonna take up to Relic 5. And another thing that I've noticed also, because we can see here in or another thing that's in the post that's not in game, is that they said that the first Lightspeed tokens that we're gonna be available to is going to be for both where is it? Smugglers here. For both smugglers and separatists. And at the moment, it's only for the smugglers, which is a little bit annoying because I can't literally check because I think I have all of my smugglers at Relics already. But yeah, I don't know why they haven't put in the separatist ones, because we can also read here at the Lightspeed tokens that it says it's only for the smugglers. So I don't know literally what's going on. Maybe they will do another update and try to bring this stuff in. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. But as it is right now, having both Chromium and Bronzium at level 50 in episode pass is pretty harsh in my opinion. So hopefully they'll implement it in. Hopefully, territory rewards, or maybe in some type of a shipment form. I don't know, maybe in episode shipment, maybe in the shard shop. I don't know. Hopefully, it will be some place at least where it's accessible to get those tokens, because otherwise, what's gonna be the use for them, really?
Yeah, in the post, they describe all the ways, like, oh, if you cannot use it, then we can dismantle it or whatever. It seems like they want to give us these tokens, but the way they have implemented it, they're not giving us these tokens. Like, nobody's going to use these tokens if this is the way they do it. So I don't know. They really need to find a way to make them more accessible.
I 100% agree with you, and I hope at least that they are planning to do so. And also, a thing that's a little bit annoying is that they're gated behind factions, and we're not going to be able to use them on, for example, journey guide, what's it called? Journey guide characters and galactic legends and stuff like that. Maybe capital ships as well. It's a little bit annoying, but still, it's a good quality of life upgrade. But still, I would love just a little bit more. Anyways, that's gonna bring us into the third topic of the day, and it's going to be about none other than Maz Kanata. So she was confirmed a conquest unit here maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago, I think. And right from the get-go, when we read, at least I read her kit, I thought, okay, maybe she's gonna actually be some sort of a GL killer up against Sith, because there's a lot of Sith stuff that they have put in there. But now that I've been speaking a little bit about Astro about it, we'll be going over the kit. Maybe it's not as good as we think, but we're gonna have to wait and see really once we come into game. So maybe Astro, I don't know, do you want to start, or do you want me to start speaking a little bit about Maz Kanata right here?
We can go ability by ability, just like scroll through it, and just like we can discuss like what are the benefits of having this. Like for this one, sure, okay, healing immunity pinned, good. I don't know. I feel like the basic is not that nice, because what Sith are you trying to counter? If it's Bane is immune to healing immunity. If it's Malgus is immune to healing immunity. C, sure, you can beat C, maybe. Yeah. What other Sith are you trying to beat with this team? That is my main concern at the moment, because Maz has a lot of anti-Sith, but there's no dominant like big Sith teams that need counters right now.
Yeah, for example, the first thing I was thinking about was, Dark Side Vision Ray instead of Supreme Leader Killer team. But then, as you reminded me so kindly, is that we cannot target Ray right from the get-go, which basically means the basic is going to be a little bit useless until you can target her. But still, I don't know if you're gonna be able to ignore the taunt, because then you need QOL to steal the taunt of Crew or First Order Stormtrooper or whoever is in the in lineup with Dark Side Vision Ray. So as you say, I don't know exactly what sits they are trying to counter. We've seen a few stuff regarding Lord Vader, but Lord Vader is mostly with the clones right now, and he's the only Sith, so the clones are still going to be able to carry that battle, I think, in my opinion at least. So I don't know, as you said, basic still looks decent, healing immunity and pin is good, but unless it's a Sith, they can easily resist it if, for example, they don't have a good potency on her, so we'll have to wait and see. Moving on to the first special, Ice Everywhere. Dispel all debuffs on all pirates as smuggler allies. These spells are always really, really nice, no matter which team or which character it is. And if all allies were pirates, and if there were no Galactic Legend allies at the start of the battle, call all pirate allies assist, dealing 40% less damage, and they gain 50% turn meter and have their cooldowns reduced by 1. A mass swarm is always nice. A little bit unfortunate that it's only 40% less damage. I mean, you could just have them, everyone assist, with their normal damages, but I guess they must have tested it out and maybe they dealt too much damage, I don't know. The TM gain is nice, and the cooldown reduction is always very nice, although not going to work up against Leia, for example. And you should not be able to TM manipulate up against Jedi Master Kenobi as well, so I don't know how well this is going to be up against a few of the GLs, but I could see this work up against, for example, B-level teams. We talked a little bit about Quad May, hopefully, or did you say Quad May, or was it anyone else? No, it was Glad, sorry, Glad.
No, yeah. they gain turn meter. They're not gonna do anything. They're just gonna kill themselves if they gain turn meter.
Yeah, but which team were you when we spoke a little bit earlier? Was it Glad, or you wanted to counter to Glad in Turtle Wars, or was it Queen Amidala?
Yeah. No, exactly. I want a Glad counter for TW, and CG is not giving us that, and I'm mad about that.
Yeah. Oh shit! Yeah, I mean Glad in Turtle Wars is freaking nuts. But yeah, I don't know if you want to add anything regarding the first special. As I've already said, most of the things are pretty decent, but nothing, game breaking. Really, the cooldown reduction is nice, as I said.
Yeah, no, exactly. I agree. Like, it's a solid kit, but I don't know what the main team they're supposed to counter is. Like, why should I farm this character? I don't understand that right now. Maybe what they're gonna do is the next conquest unit is gonna be a Sith, and there's gonna be a big Sith team, and that's how they play it. But the way I see it right now, not that useful, I would say.
And guys, before we move on, the optimal team is going to be with Captain Tana, QOL, and Kix, which really is 3 marquee characters. So yeah, you still need to get them to at least 4 stars to take them to Relics, and maybe then you can make this team viable with Maz Kanata. So don't know how well this team is going to set into the meta. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. Moving on to the second special, Keeper of Secrets. Maz steals stealth and 1 stack of profit from all enemies until the end of the encounter. If stealth was stolen, grant stealth to all non-tank pirates allies and reset its duration. If all allies are pirates and there are no Galactic Legend allies, literally taken out Hondo. At the start of the battle, inflict all enemies with 3 stacks of expose for 2 turns. Yeah, that's pretty nice. And the target enemy's cooldowns are increased by 1. Very, very nice. And this attack can't be evaded or resisted. And then we have the first Grand Arena Omicron. If all allies were pirates at the start of the battle, Maz steals an additional stack of profit from all enemies until the end of the counter. And all enemies have their cooldowns increased by 1, so cooldown increases is always really, really nice as well, especially a mass cooldown increase, which is cool. Unfortunately, not gonna work up against Leia. I feel like we don't have a good counter for Leia either. Moving on, if target enemy had lost all 5 stacks of profit given from Maz, death mark them until the end of the counter. So this, I think, can be really damn powerful. And if the enemy already had death mark, set target enemy to 100 max health until the end of the encounter. If the target enemy was a Galactic Legend, inflict them with armor shred instead, which can't be dispelled until the end of the encounter. So this is really where we start to see a lot of good stuff, and I think, you know, we already have some profit in Kix's and Ethanos kit, so I think we should be able to get to 5 stacks of profit relatively quick. I don't know, what do you think, Astro?
To be honest, I don't give a damn about these pirates, so I haven't been reading their kits very carefully. But I'm sure they will do what CG wants them to do.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if there are no bugs.
Exactly. No, but as I said, we have the 5 stacks of profit, as I said, should be coming in pretty quickly. So if I'm just gonna read this, if the target enemy had lost all 5 stacks of profit, so for example, this could be really good if you could get the 5 stacks of profit on, for example, Dark Vision Ray, but I don't think this is gonna work up against Supreme Nuclear with Dark Vision Ray. Or maybe you have the 5 stacks on Malgus or Malik or whatever, giving them Death Mark and then set the target enemy to 100 max health. I think that's literally almost like Jocasta's middle first special once she gets into rifle form, because she does the, you know, when she shoots, and then you have literally like 100 max health, so that's basically going to be an insta-kill, like it's going to be a one-tap. Unfortunately not going to work up against Galactic Legends, so I could see this being good up against a variety of different teams. So this is not specifically tied to any Sith or anything, but yeah, it could work pretty damn well up against almost any team in game. You know, Deathmark always works. Everyone loves a Deathmark. The 100%, or not 100%, the 100 max health until the end of the encounter. So it's not gonna be like, for example, Jocasta. Jocasta literally does it, and then when you take a turn, you reset it, and you get your normal max health percentage back. This is gonna be to the end of the encounter, which means you can one-tap them at any given time, and you also have a few AoEs on the team. I think QOL has, you know, AoE on his basic, which is not that normal. Steal any taunt from all enemies and deal physical damage to all enemies. So an AoE on a basic, this could mean that you could probably kill off that target enemy pretty damn fast. So moving on to her leader ability. This is basically like a kit reveal at this point. But it's started in each encounter if there were no Galactic Legend allies. Pirates or smart allies are immune to fear, and they gain foresight for 1 turn. Who does fear a lot? We have Bastila Shan, Fallen version. We have Darth Revan, so potentially could work up against this Sith Empire team. Foresight is always very nice. Although up against Lord Vader, for example, it's not going to work because Lord Vader's attacks can't be evaded.
Even Darth Revan removes Foresight, so
that's true. That's
not
true.
Against Sith Empire.
True. Perfect point. And up against Dark Vision Ray, I don't think this is going to work if she decides to do her malevolent lineage ability. I don't know. Maybe it does. I don't know actually. Well, I have to take a look at that at a later date. And whenever Maz gains a stack of profit, all other allies gain 1 stack of profit until the end of the encounter. Whenever a pirate ally with Retribution uses the basic ability, ignore that enemy's protection. This is going to be nice, I think. Ignoring the protection is always very good. But yeah, it's not going to work up against, for example, Lord Vader, because, you know, Lord Vader converts his protection into max health. So it's literally going to be like hitting him normally. Whenever an enemy attacks out of turn, all pirate allies gain 5% turn meter. If there were no Galactic Legend enemies at the start of the battle, if there's an enemy Sith, pirate allies take reduced damage from percent health effect. So this is gonna be only effective up against Malik, right? Yeah, Malik, because Malgus, it's true damage, and for example, Dark Vision Ray's Malevolent Lineage is also true damage. So only Malik, and whenever they target the enemy Sith with an ability, they deal 300% more damage and ignore protection. So this could also potentially be good. I mean, if you could survive not long enough to start targeting, what's her name, Dark Vision Ray on the Supreme Declarant team, I could see this being really good. But I think once you should be able to target her, Supreme Leader Caravan should have just, you know, massacred your team at that point, because I don't see the durability really on this team. But still cool. Probably gonna work up against Traya. Probably decently well up against Sith Empire. And that's ignore protection, and at the start of each Sith enemy's turn, all pirate allies gain foresight for 1 turn. So yeah, I guess up against, for example, Dark Side Vision Raid, I'm feeling, it's gonna be. We need to wait until game. It reads good, but it's sometimes it's different from how it reads to how it performs. So we have to wait and see. Just by reading this, it could potentially work, but yeah, I don't know really. And
Wait. Hang on. Scroll up, because it says if there are no Galactic Legend enemies at the start of battle. That means if SLKR is in the last point,
yeah.
If there are no Galactic Legend enemies at the start of battle. So if there is SLKR, then you cannot use this against Darkside Ray, and then it's useless.
It's gonna work.
It doesn't work.
If you have the Omicron, because in the Omicron...
if you have the Omicron?
Yeah, the condition of no Galactic Legend enemies at the start of battle is removed on this ability, so you're a little bit too fast. You're a little bit too fast.
Whoa, okay, CG, gatekeeping an entire kit behind an Omicron. Typical CG.
Typical. So while in Grand Arenas and there are no Galactic Legend allies, which means you can't really put Maz Kanata together with Pirate King GL Hondo. Pirate and Smuggler allies can 30% max health, max protection, 30 speed, which is going to make them pretty damn fast and durable as well. And if you pair that up, for example, with the level 3 with 50% max health and max protection, and if you have some extra defense, health, and protection all as a stat on the Kron, this team could actually be pretty damn durable, but it's only going to be because of the Omicron and the Data Kron. Moving on, whenever an Pirate ally scores a critical hit, they gain 5% tenacity stacking until the end of the counter, so debuffs is going to be hard to inflict on them, which might make the Lord Vader count a little bit more tough. I don't know, we'll see. And if a pirate ally is instantly defeated by non-galactic legend enemy, for example, Commander Tokatano, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, which already gets beaten by a lot, that enemy is death marked for 1 turn, which can be copied, spelled, or prevented. God damn, that's insane. That's insane. Imagine Cat takes a turn, she insta-kills your QOL, she's gonna get death marked. And you're gonna be able to kill her off so damn fast. I mean, Jedi Master Kenobi is just getting shit on, he's getting shit on. And I'm actually happy because Lord Vader got shit on for 4 or 5 years, so I'm happy. I'm a little bit happy that JMK is getting shit on, not gonna lie. Although his uses is mostly on offense nowadays, it's cool to see that probably the Pirates with Maz Kanata is going to be able to take them down if we do end up seeing this team on defense. And as you see, if a Pirate ally uses an ability on their turn against an enemy with this death mark, they instantly defeat them. Which is like, yeah, it's like an Uno reverse card. It's like, yeah, you tried to kill me, Uno reverse, bam, and then she kills them. As we said,
this is like a OP thing. Like, okay, what is this? You put a death mark and you instantly defeat them. What? I like that. I like this Omicron. This is a good Omicron.
It's a good Omicron. And as we said, the condition of no galactic legend enemies at the start of battle is removed. So, I mean, the kit, as I've said a few times, the kit reads so freaking good. I could see this potentially work up against a few different teams. But in reality, we need to wait until we get this character in game to see how they actually perform. And I don't know if Kix and Ithano and QOL and Ness is gonna be the team to take down GLs and stuff like that. But I think probably they should be able to take down B-level teams at least. And moving on to the final unique oh my god, I can't speak English. Ancient Wisdom. The maximum cap of for profit is removed from Maz Kanata, so that's gonna be insane. I think she had mastery stack or something, if I didn't read it correct. So whenever man gets a stack of yeah, I probably must have missed something because I thought I read something with mastery gains. Anyways, so at the start of the battle, if all allies were pirates, Maz gains 100% counter chance and 75% critical chance until the end of the battle, and 20% max health and max protection until the first time she is defeated. So basically gonna be like Glad, every time you hit her, she's gonna counterattack. I can't see, I think you still can daze Maz, but remember they have the tenacity stacking, so if you're relying on those dazes to stop Maz Kanata, remember she's gonna stack tenacity, which is gonna be even harder to land debuffs on her. Moving on, if there were no Galactic Legend Pirate allies or enemies at the start of the battle, at the start of Maz first turn each encounter, Grant all enemies 5 stacks of profit, which can be prevented until the end of the encounter, which literally means this should, with the death mark, should turn on super fast. So where is it?
I think it was on one
yeah.
for abilities.
It was the Keeper of Secrets. So when she does this, if target enemy had lost all 5 stacks of profit gained from Maz, death mark them until the end of the encounter, which can't be copied the spell. And if they already had death mark set, enemy to 100 max health until the end of the encounter. So this is, as I said, it's reading really good. It's reading really damn good. Moving on, whenever Maz critically hits an enemy, she steals a stack of profit from that enemy until the end of the encounter. And whenever an enemy loses all 5 stacks of profit, Maz gains a bonus turn. Oh shit! So for example, yeah, they steal all the 5 stacks of profit, or she steals the 5 stacks of profits with this ability right here. I think it's a cooldown of like 4 or 5. Literally inflicts a death mark on someone, and you can just she gains the bonus turn, and she can just instantly kill them. Oh my god, that's actually pretty damn nice. Not gonna lie. So yeah, we're not done. While in Grand Arena and there are no Galactic allies, Maz gains 5% mastery whenever she gains a stack of profit. So yeah, it's probably because with the mastery gain, as I said before. This is also going to be nice. I don't know what her mastery stack is going to be. It's going to be accuracy, critical avoidance, and damage. So she's going to ramp up her damage pretty high. Imagine if we had a freaking dodge right here.
No dodge mastery. No dodge mastery.
Critical avoidance is pretty decent as well.
Yeah, I love CX2 with dodge mastery, but seriously, no dodge mastery. It's annoying.
I have to agree with you. Only characters that can have it is CX2 and Ezra Bridger Exile, to be honest. Everyone else...
No, Ezra!
Moving on, whenever an enemy loses a stack of profit given from Maz, they also lose 5% offense, stack in max 25%, and 5 speed, stack in max 25 until the end of the battle. So, maybe Lord Vader is gonna be able to not hit as hard, Supreme Declarant is not gonna hit as hard, or everyone is not gonna hit as hard, depending on how you're using your Maz Kanata, who you're targeting. It could be beneficial, for example, to target Apple, make sure he doesn't do as much damage, because he's like the main damage dealer now on the Lord Vader team. So this could be beneficial on a lot of stuff. Whenever a pirate ally inflicts a debuff on their turn, they deal true damage to all enemies once per turn. This damage can't defeat them. So that's also very nice. It doesn't say how much true damage. I don't know.
I think it's the normal true damage, like based on their damage stat.
The damage stat.
Whoever inflicts the debuff.
Okay, but that's also gonna be pretty damn nice. So I could see Maz Kanata, potential GL killer. Potentially a GL killer. What do you think? Is there anything we have missed regarding her kit, or is there something you think?
I think now that I've read the kit thoroughly with you, because I did not before. Sorry, I'm not prepared. No, I think there might be a chance she beats SLKR with Rey, because there was one point where she has 100% counterattack chance. Yeah. So it doesn't matter if you cannot target Rey with your basic. Once Rey uses an ability, you counterattack, and then you put the healing immunity on her.
And pinned.
You put the pinned. Yeah.
So you're gonna be able to target her anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe there's a chance. Huh? Maybe there's a chance.
Let's actually take a
Although
look
right now it looks like it might just be a Traya killer, but
yeah. So
see this ability removes 100% turn meter. That's the thing that kills all the counters.
Exactly. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It looks, as I said, or as we both have said, it looks good on paper, but how it performs. Okay. God damn, what happened here?
There's a new tab. I didn't even see that.
I didn't even see this either. Let's see. Search. Where can I search? It's okay. It's only available on the episode track right now, so it's only these two in game right now. Anyways, the kit reads really good. How it performs, though, it's gonna be another question for another day when she comes out. So moving on to the fourth and final topic of the day, is that everything has become cheaper. It's cheaper to level up with the credits, and we've also gotten on the Cantina battles, which is a huge win. I think we've gotten double drops. I think, or maybe this has been a thing. Where is it? I could swear we had signal data somewhere. I don't know. Maybe
Signal data was always double drops.
It was? I thought this was.
Yeah.
I could see some different. Okay, maybe I'm talking out of my ass right now. I don't know.
I don't know, bro. I think you just got lucky a few this today when you were farming, so you thought there were double drops. But no, it's always been double drops.
Probably. But yeah, it's become cheaper to level up characters. For example, now it's, you know, they cut it in half, so it's not as expensive anymore to take characters from, you know, for example, level 0 to level 85, which is a win in itself. It's now cost around probably 3 million credits, which is nice, you know, for the free-to-players and the newer players coming into the game. There was one more thing also, yeah. In the episode shipment, we can see that the new focus datacrons have been reduced in cost. So we can see that the ones that go all the way up to level 15 now only cost 6,000 episode shipment currency instead of the original 10,000. And now this set we also have two new focus datacrons that only goes up to level 9, which is basically like a normal, you know, datacron, but the cost for them is only 2,000. I can see this being a good change, because having 4 focus datacrons for 10,000 each, it's pretty damn hard to get all of them unless you decide to buy, you know, the normal this pass right here. I don't even know what it's called, you know, the episode pass. It's like 2 different ones, but this is basically the cheaper one, like 20 bucks or something like that. So normally if you don't buy this one, you would have a hard time to get all of the episode shipment currencies. So it's very nice to see them making these a little bit cheaper. What do you think, Astro? Is it good for you?
Yeah, I like this change. The cheaper it is, the better it is for the players. And one more thing that they made cheaper, that I don't know if they mentioned this or not, but if you want to buy the signal data and 50 of the blue one, the one that is used for Relic 5 and above, those ones, it's in the weekly shipment. It's in the weekly shipment. Yeah. Look at that. The third one. Fourth one. Flawed signal data.
Yeah.
This one. It used to be 1,500, but now it's 1,250, and I like that. I like that.
It's better. Everything that's cheaper, as you said, is better. But I think, yeah, this is probably gonna conclude today's episode. I don't think I have anything more to say to you.
No, nothing else more to say. CG, you're doing some good things, some questionable things as usual. So keep it up and do better. Hopefully.
One thing while we're here, please, CG, make sure to fix freaking Lord Vader, because look at this. Unless I have Apple DC, this guy is not. Apple is not gonna gain 3 stacks Nightfall Triple. I'm not gonna get Dramatic Entrance, and this is so annoying. And you know, in 1 week's time, the Apple Datacron goes away. So I swear to God, if they do not fix this before the next Grand Arena, I am going to be pissed. Because not having the Dramatic Entrance, not having the 3 stacks of Nightfall Trooper, it's a huge issue. And it's been like for 1 or 2 weeks now that this issue has been in game, and I'm pretty pissed about it. And hopefully, you know, they did this big update in a few days ago. Hopefully they can just do a small update and fix this. I don't know. Hopefully.
No, they need to fix this, because you know what? Apple gains Dramatic Entrance and the 3 stacks of whatever when there's a half a clone team and half an Empire team. So if you put Thrawn in there, you gain the Dramatic Entrance. That's bullshit.
So stupid. That's so stupid, bro. That is that's BS. Yes. Let's just end this episode with saying, CG, fix your game, man. It's not that hard.
Fix your game.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, if you do enjoy these types of episodes, make sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss on anything, and bye from me and Astro, and we hope that you have a great day. See you all in the next episode. Bye guys.